In this video, I want to be talking about ethical ChatGPT tools that students can use to maximize their essay writing in terms of saving their time. Now, by ethical, I mean that there's not going to be a lot of copying and pasting involved, but rather use ChatGPT as a tool for inspiration along with outlining and flow to, again, help you get that crisp quality essay without copying or plagiarizing anything. Now, with that being said, let's just jump right in. So the first thing you can do with ChatGPT for writing your essay is going to be brainstorming ideas. Now, you can actually ask ChatGPT to come up with different topics and ideas to bring in with your prompt, but today I'm going to be sticking with an essay prompt that I got back then in college. What are some of the benefits and disadvantages of being able to track everything in real time in the modern world? Alright, so here I am on ChatGPT, and I've kind of asked ChatGPT, help me brainstorm some ideas and talking points that I should bring up if I'm writing an essay with this prompt. And then here I inserted my prompt. Alright, so here you go. As you can see, ChatGPT has finally finished generated everything. And they're actually giving us 5 benefits and 5 disadvantages, which is actually plenty for a 5-paragraph essay. So you can see here that a benefit is obviously improved safety and security, enhanced convenience, like you can actually find out where your package is going, which are all good talking points here in terms of benefits and disadvantages as well. And you could easily pick a couple of these points that you can implement in the outline of your essay. Which brings me up to number 2, using ChatGPT to actually outline your essay. Now I'm going to hop back on into this benefits right here and disadvantages of my prompt. And what I'm actually going to do is that I'm going to pick the ones that I think is actually interesting to me and what I actually want to write about. All right, so over here, I have actually came up with my prompt and I told it to make me a 6-paragraph essay bullet point outline. So again, this could be any number of paragraphs that you have with the following format regarding the same prompt. And I've kind of put in the same prompt here again. And I've kind of just given it like how I want my paragraph to be structured, right? So I put in the intro, I put in 2 advantages, I put in 2 disadvantages, and I also put in a conclusion. All right, so over here, as you can see, ChatGPT has actually generated us an outline, but I'm not really satisfied with this result. You can see that it does give us a outline divided into 6 different sections that we wanted to cover. However, I kind of wanted to go more in depth here. It's just kind of giving us 2 bullet points each. So I'm just going to go over here and type in, this is a great outline, but can you make each section have 6 bullet points each? Awesome, perfect. So now ChatGPT has given us a more very in-depth outline of our essay, right? So here you can see in our introduction, it's kind of given us already a good paragraph structure here. Now these other sections of advantages and disadvantages kind of just give us different examples of how the tracking works, but this is absolutely perfect because with this stuff right here, we can easily pop it into a Google search and actually find information and evidence based on that data. You can now start to see that there's actually a couple of articles written in this with this topic, right? This is going to be exactly regarding this topic of governments and private companies have a long history of collecting data from civilians. Number 3, and how ChatGPT could actually help you write your essay is sentence suggestions. So if you've written sentences and you feel like they're kind of awkward, they're kind of run-on sentences, you can actually throw it into ChatGPT and it'll rephrase it for you in a way that it makes more sense and making it more legible for your readers to read and consume. I'm going to type in, please rephrase these 2 sentences for me so that it makes sense. So here you go. I'm going to put this into ChatGPT. You can see here that ChatGPT has come up with these 2 sentences right here, in which I can actually, change it up a bit. Obviously, I'm not, like I said, it's going to be an ethical way of using ChatGPT, right? I'm not just going to copy and paste it. But again, I could definitely play with this and replace it with the sentences that I like, right? So again, it has given me some pretty good suggestions here on how I can rewrite the sentence. Not only that, but I also have the power to keep regenerating these sentences to a point where it makes more sense and the way that I like the flow better, and actually transform it into sentences that I will later implement in my essay. The 4th way to use ChatGPT to improve your essay writing is actually to ask it for some examples, whether it's an example of a similar paragraph that you wrote or finding different evidence and different examples of how something works or is implemented, right? So now here you go. I've constructed this prompt for ChatGPT saying that, hey, I have an essay with this prompt, and then this is the same prompt that I've given it. And I wrote it, please come up with a paragraph example of how tracking items in a grocery store such as Target, Walmart, and etc. can increase the convenience of day-to-day shoppers by telling them that their item is on the shelf. All right, here you go. So you can easily see the ChatGPT has actually came up with a paragraph for us saying that, one major benefit of being able to track everything is, the convenience that it gives to day-to-day shoppers. And essentially what I told it gave me 5 sentences over here. And this is actually pretty useful in terms of, this paragraph. But I could definitely use this as a huge inspiration to write my essay, right? So I could literally just try to copy the structure and the flow of this sentence, rewording things in our own words, but having this idea in mind. The 5th way that ChatGPT can help you with your essay is to help you writing your citations. So for example, you want to write a citation in MLA8 format, you could easily put it into ChatGPT and it will actually help you cite that article, right? Even if it doesn't have internet access, you could always provide it the author's name, the date published. Please help me cite this, right? Cite this article in MLA8 format. So I have this article right here. It's called Consumer Reactions to Online Behavioral Tracking and Targeting, right? And then also I'm going to put in accessed today, which is 3/2/2023. Again, it doesn't matter how you format the dates, right? This is ChatGPT is going to do everything for you. Oh yeah, I'm also including the title of the article, which obviously I can't forget. And let's just see what exactly it comes up with. All right, so there you go. See, and it kind of just comes up with the citation here of how it's supposed to be cited in MLA8 format. So the crazy thing about ChatGPT citation is I didn't even provide this information right here, Journal of Database Marketing and Consumer Strategy Management, volume 15, whatever. I didn't even provide that, but it actually got that information correct. If I go back here, you can see that this is from Journal of Database Marketing and Customer Strategy Management, the 2007 version, right? So you can see here that it was actually pretty dang accurate in terms of getting the volume number right. See 15 here, 2007. So ChatGPT actually provides you even more information that you actually gave it. Again, I would double check your citation and make sure that it's right, but I would best believe that ChatGPT could definitely help you out in terms of citing your sources and properly formatting them into the right format. Now, last but not least, the 6th way that ChatGPT could help you with your essay is that once you've written your whole essay out and you're about ready to submit it, you can actually ask ChatGPT for last remarks and last critiques, making sure that you get that good grade and making sure that you don't have any mistakes, errors, along with good flow and structuring of your sentences. Okay, so I threw this into ChatGPT saying, I just wrote down this essay. Please let me know a couple improvement points, spelling errors, or grammatical mistakes that I could improve on, right? And I've kind of just put in my essay here, pasted it, and then here is what ChatGPT actually came up with. They said, overall, your essay is well written and effectively presents both the positive and negative effects of tracking everything. Here are a few suggestions for improvement. So it's giving me different suggestions. So the first one is sentence structure. Some of your sentences are long and complex. Consider breaking them up into smaller, simpler sentences. Clarity, proofreading, and formatting. So now what I've done is I'm actually going to just copy and paste the whole essay again into ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask it specifically for the bad sentence structure that I was talking about. So I said, find me specific examples of bad sentence structures in this essay and help me come up with examples that I can improve them. All right, so you can see here that ChatGPT actually came up with a lot of sentence suggestions, and I'm pretty sure it could go on and on again. But it's giving me different alternatives to the sentences that I wrote here. So with these ChatGPT tools in mind in terms of writing your essay, there's no doubt that ChatGPT could help you speed up your essay writing process. Now be sure you're not just straight up copying and pasting from ChatGPT, because in this video right here, I've actually covered a lot of the consequences and the ways that academic institutions are revolving their system, knowing that ChatGPT is out there for students to access. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.